everybody. It's Cindy Mattalucci, your host of The Pulse and Live with Cindy. We made it through another Friday. We're so excited to have you join us for this 30 minutes of content and just entertaining stuff that we bring you. So thank you for tuning in today, and we will not disappoint. We have a fabulous show lined up for you. Before we get started, I have to shout out to my sponsor, Windus Fernandez Brinkward from Trilogy Financial Services. All your financial needs, Windus and her team have got you covered. She's my financial planner. Can't say enough good things about her. She's also Abner's financial planner, so we love her. Okay, so shout out. Okay, I also have to shout out today to Enrique Soto. He's back, everybody. My hair and makeup artist. I will no longer look like a hot mess, I promise you. I will be looking put together for 2022. It's one of my goals. I'm leveling up, so he's going to help me out. He's doing all of my hair and makeup, especially for our Channel 10 segments, because we are now on Channel 10. So you can spend Wednesday through Saturday with us. Wednesday, you can see us on Instagram Live. Thursday, you can see us on the TV show on Channel 4. Fridays, we have the live show. And then Saturdays, we are on Channel 10. So you can spend time with us. We love it. Okay, you guys. So the other thing about Enrique, as I wanted to mention, is you can see him at sotoallure.hair on Instagram. He's actually located at the Richard Joseph Salon at 1717 University Avenue. Go see him. He's a hair specialist. So we love him. Okay, you guys. So we have a great show for you. We all know that the real estate market is on fire, especially here in San Diego. Everybody's talking about it. I know we're all dying to know what the market is doing. So have no fear. We have our real estate expert, Bridget Potterton from Bridgecoast team at Keller Williams Metro on the show to answer your questions. Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me. Happy New Year, Cindy.
Happy New Year. I feel like I just saw you because you're, a regular on our show and you're such a resource. So we love having you and people will see you more this year as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So we're excited. So first of all, before we dive into this topic, I have to say congratulations on your success because you were top 3 in 2021.
Yeah, top 3 for Keller Williams San Diego Metro. Very exciting because we have a lot of really phenomenal agents in our office. So very exciting. Thank you, Cindy.
Well, and you do it again and again, I feel like, every year. So I don't know, what motivates you? How do you do it?
Well, it helps that I'm a little competitive. I think that from my old days as an athlete playing soccer and things like that. Yes. Naturally, I'm competitive, but also I've built a really wonderful business with so many of my past clients and current clients they are the lifeblood of my business. They are so wonderful sending me referrals, and I don't know what I would do without them. I'm so grateful to clients like you, longtime clients like you who send me referrals. I mean, it means the world to me. So thank you.
Well, we love it. Well, congratulations. I know you'll do more this year too. So we're pulling for you. Okay, so we're going to talk about the crazy market and your predictions, right, for 2022. So people keep calling me. They're like, oh, I want to offer you cash on your home. I mean, people are just talking about what they can do to sell their home. So what are your predictions for 2022?
I'm bringing my crystal ball. And here is what my crystal ball is saying. So for 2022, I think we are going to see more of the same. The insanity that you've seen, especially the last 2 years, you're going to continue to see that. We have crazy inventory problems right now. And when I say that, we've talked a little bit about inventory in the past, but this time I wanted to bring a special chart to show you exactly how bad it really is. Because if you're not a buyer right now out there, I think it's hard to understand what buyers are dealing with. So a normal market is a balanced market that's usually 8,000 to 10,000 homes. And last week at the beginning of the year, we hit 1,100 homes and condos. That is by far the lowest it's ever been. Now it's improved a little bit. This week we're up to about 1,320, so we're getting better. We are making a little progress, but it is so hard out there. So take a look at these numbers. If you look at, it wasn't that long ago that a lot of my buyers were in that 500,000 to 800,000 price point. But if you look each one, I divided them out by segments, you can see how few of homes there are. Now, in a lot of markets, $500,000 can get you a lot. In some areas, a mansion for $500,000.
Not
but
here.
If you look here in San Diego, we've got like 28 properties under 500,000. And when I say San Diego, I mean the whole county. So some of these properties are out in very remote parts that even if you're a San Diegan, you probably haven't been to. Some of them I don't even know how to pronounce. So there's some, San Diego County is huge. There's some very remote areas, and that's where you tend to see properties that are a little bit more affordable. So in San Diego proper, there's really just not a lot of affordable properties, and we're going to continue to see that. The interest rates are likely going to go up.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, because everyone's talking about interest rates.
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
Interest rates have already gone up a little bit, not enough to make a difference, and they probably will continue to go up. Occasionally. I don't think we're going to see anything skyrocket, but we'll see things continue to kind of move up and then just kind of teeter off a little bit, and we'll see the movement. And I don't think it'll be a while before we'll really see a slowdown in the market. The rates will have to go up quite a bit higher before I think it's going to make a dent.
So it's going to be competitive out there.
It's going to continue to be competitive. I'll tell you, I've had 2 offers accepted this week for buyers of mine. One, they had 31 offers, and one they had,
I'm having anxiety.
The one, I think they had 13 or something like that. So there's a lot of buyers for every property out there, and that's only the buyers that chose to write the offer. You've got, at some of these open houses, realtors are saying they're seeing 100 people come through their open house. I mean, could you imagine trying to manage all the people coming in and out of a house right now?
No, I can't. Well, okay, so it's going to be crazy. It seems like it's going to continue to be the way it is. Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so for homeowners out there, what can they do? What tips do you have?
So besides just saying to the homeowner, just throw a sign up. That's what a lot of homeowners are probably thinking that they can do. And to a certain extent, that is true. Right now, you can get away with a lot as a homeowner if you are planning on selling your home. But a couple of tips, this is probably the biggest one. The question is, if I sell my home, where do I go? What's my game plan? So that's tip number 1, is come up with a game plan with your realtor. Where am I going to go? Am I going to leave San Diego? Am I going to stay in San Diego? Am I going to rent for a while? Maybe just do like an Airbnb. I've had some clients where they've sold their properties, bought an RV, traveled the country for a while, and then settled down somewhere. That's an option.
Because renting is not easy either right now, and it's expensive as well.
Arguably, renting is as competitive as, and some people might even tell you in certain price points of renting, it's more competitive. So renting is a tough one. So that's why some people are doing maybe temporary, going into like an apartment, something like that. Yeah.
So should people sell now if they're on the fence? Would you say, is it the time to do it?
Well, it's a great time to sell. You're going to get an unbelievable price for your home. As far as work needing to be done, so my second tip is you can do work to your property. You can remodel it. You'll get more for your money, but you don't have to do that in this market. There are some requirements that do need to be done if you decide to put your property on an open market and you don't sell to an all-cash investor. Little things that usually don't cost a lot of money, but there are some prep things, like you need to have carbon monoxide, smoke detectors, typically in a property. You need to have working heat. Most of these things you may already have in the property, so it won't cost you anything extra, but they're minor things, but it's important that if you do get a buyer who needs a loan, those things do need to be taken care of. So just get them taken care of so you don't have to worry once you open escrow, and then you can kind of go from there. But again, these are not expensive items.
Wow, that's amazing. And actually, I have a fact for us, you guys. According to the La Jolla Light publication, the biggest home sale in La Jolla's history and the 3rd highest ever in San Diego County took place a few weeks ago when a beachfront mansion sold for $24.7 million. This is we actually have a picture of this too. 6,071 square foot property at 8466 El Paseo Grande sold for one of the highest amounts in San Diego County in the past 12 months. It's pretty crazy.
That's amazing.
That's a lot. Mm-hmm. So any other tips, would you say?
You know, the other thing I would say is a lot of sellers, they tend to lose their head a little bit in this market. You get so many offers, you get so many people, so much interest. So I would say the other thing is disclosures and liability. As a seller, the liability really is on you to make sure you're disclosing everything properly to the buyer. And in this market, that is no exception, especially in a market right now where so many buyers are paying over appraised value, things like that. you never want anything to come back to bite you. So if in doubt, always talk to your real estate professional about whether or not you should disclose things.
I love that. Okay, so if you are a buyer right now, what are our tips for someone who wants to buy a home, and how do they make the most out of it?
If you are a buyer right now, I feel for you. My heart goes out to you right now. I would say the most important thing is to pick a good realtor. I think a lot of times people go with somebody that they know, or they go for somebody that they think is really aggressive, right? Oh, in this market, I need a really aggressive realtor. To a certain extent, that is true. However, if your realtor is beyond aggressive and can be arrogant, your offer may be getting put down to the bottom of the pile and you don't know. Wow. So if you have questions about your realtor, you really need to go with somebody you feel like is going to be a good fit. Somebody who can not only be aggressive, but who can get along really well with people and build rapport quickly. That's always something I've really prided myself on, is being able to build rapport quickly with a client or with another agent so that we can make the deal work for everybody.
Well, yeah, and you hear so many things like, Selling Sunset and, all those shows where it's like all cash and, no contingencies and things like that. But it sounds like pre-qualifying, obviously, right, is a necessity right now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, not even pre-qualifying for a loan. Most of my buyers, I'm getting them DU approved, which is underwritten by the lender, basically approving the loan subject to a couple of things before even going out to look at property, because there's just too many things that can go wrong. And then the other thing is with buyers is really understanding the market. So my tip number 2 is understand the market and do your homework. You're going to rely heavily on your lender and your realtor once you choose them. But the biggest thing is, when you go to look to buy, especially your first property, you start telling your best friend, you start telling your parents, and everybody becomes a real estate expert. And sometimes very well-meaning, but they can give horrible advice. One of my best friends, she bought her first property with me about 10 years ago, and the market was decent at the time, and her dad gave her the advice, no matter what the price, always offer 20% below. Now, granted,
you can't do that now.
He doesn't live in San Diego. He's not familiar with the market. And so obviously she didn't get any offers accepted until she stopped listening to that advice. And then once we, started working together a little bit more closely, she was able to get a home accepted. She loves the house. She's still there today. So that worked out. But just be careful of the well-meaning advice from people who think that they're real estate experts, especially in this market.
I love that. I know everyone likes to put their 2 cents in.
Yes.
But this market is crazy, you guys. It's like nothing we've seen in California, especially in San Diego. So I have another fun fact, you guys. According to the La Jolla Light, the biggest purchase in San Diego County history remains the 2007 sale of an oceanfront home in Del Mar for $48.2 million. Can you believe that?
Oh, what a gorgeous property.
And we're showing a picture of that too. And then this same house was later sold to Bill and Melinda Gates for $43 million last year. So I guess they have property here. Pretty exciting.
They're neighbors.
They're neighbors. But that's pretty crazy. I mean, if you think of the numbers. Insane. And any other tips that you can leave us with for buyers?
I would say my number 3 for buyers is go big or go home. In this market, it is not the time to dip your toes into the water and just kind of check things out. You will be scared and you'll run quickly. So I would say figure out why you really want to buy, and if you do need to buy in this market, and then go in 110% and make it work. You do have to be aggressive. You do need to get creative, because you have to find a way to stand out from these other 31 offers that you're competing with in some cases.
That's crazy. Well, and Bridget, you're so fabulous. We love having you on the show. So people can find you, and how do they contact you if they want to work with you?
Sure. You can find me on Instagram at Broker Bridget. You can also check out my website, www.comehometosandiego.com. And you can always give us a call too, 858-257-1555. Thank you so much, Cindy.
We love it. We love having you, and you will see her regularly as our expert on the show. So you guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. If you have questions for Bridget, we will get them answered for you. We will put you in touch with her. She's fabulous. She's a great resource, and we will keep you posted on the market every quarter and what's happening here in San Diego. And you guys, be nice to each other. Be safe out there. It's Friday. Wear your mask if you're inside, because we know the mandate is still happening. And we'll see you next time when we put our finger on the pulse of San Diego. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Bridget.
You're welcome. Thank you.
See you guys.